Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, man. Saturday morning, April the 9th, 2022. And let me send a special happy birthday shout out to Sir Tice. If he can hear me, he's in the building. Happy birthday, Sir Tice. He just turned 21. So, what I'm saying? No more ID check, man. You are officially, or you're officially on that 21, man. You know what I'm saying? That youthful 21, man. Salute. Happy birthday, man. Shout out to the Hood Conservative. You know what I'm saying? If you're, we have a lot of Hood Conservative fans here. Free Zone Lou, Citizen Lou, the Legend Trey, the MBD, the Man, the Myth, and the Legend, A Truism. Who am I forgetting? Sigma Jones, Darth Sigma, the Soul Taker. All three different people though. And good afternoon, Anna Rodriguez. Good afternoon. I'm glad you are here, just for a little bit, just here. I'm glad you're here. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Black News Channel, and I'm also going to talk about its connection with a wrestling company called All Elite Wrestling, also known as AEW. And you'll be very surprised on what is going on with the connection between both of them. And we'll get in that in a few moments, man. I'm just waiting for everybody to get in here if they can. No, some people come on later on. This is a busy Saturday. We had great shows from Ramil. We had a great show from Obsidian. We had a great show from Bernard Riley and the Conservative. Not to mention others like Red Supreme and a whole bunch of others, man. There's so much talent in this space, man, that I'm always watching, man. Even if I disagree with some of their points, I gotta watch it because there's just so much talent within the space outside of the manosphere and inside of it as well. So much talent, man. So much talent. So, Jarrell is in the building. Jarrell, man, I'm gonna have a show about every decade's cartoons. I don't know if I can go all the way up to the 60s, but I will at least start with the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. If anybody's young enough, they can give me the 2010s and to now. What do you see as similarities, differences? Which one you think time period has the better kids shows, cartoons? We'll get into that possibly tomorrow. Cybertoxin, man. What's going on, man? Cybertoxin. Yes, it is, man. That is, kind of like the first, I would say the second weekend, but kind of the first official weekend of April. So I expect that, man. I'm just glad you guys are here. So we getting it going. All right. So let's get some music started real quick, and then we'll go from there. We'll go from there. We'll have some fun with it today. And I'm hoping that some people could hop on the StreamYard and show some love and let's talk about it, man. I put some banning information if you want to donate via the Cash App to the Jalal Fund, the Fufu Fund, the Wache Fund, you name it. That's big in Ghana culture is Wache, Jollof, and Fufu, man. And Banku. We call it Banku cornmeal. We got all that stuff. So if you want to just feel free to donate. If not, please like, share, subscribe, whatever way. Even if you're here, I appreciate all of everything you're showing love for me here today. All right, so I'm gonna get some music started here, and then we're gonna go and get this popping. We're gonna get this really popping. Let me know if you can hear the music that I'm about to put. I'm gonna mute up real quick, and then we're gonna get it started. A Truism, my man, the myth, and the legend, the slayer of all daggles, A Truism. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's see what we can play here. What I like, man. Oh yeah, I like this. I like this song right here to get it going. All right, today, let's do this. All right, let's do this, Brutus. You know. So let's see here. How's everybody Saturday going, by the way? If you're in the chat, let me know how your Saturday's going, man. I'm glad to hear you guys are here today. Man, we got a good one, you know. So we got a new one going. So we're gonna get this going, man. I'm trying to find this song. Cannot find it. Oh well. We're gonna do it this way. We're gonna do it this way. We're gonna do it like this. One of my favorite instrumentals of all time. You know, we're gonna do it. Can you guys hear? All right, hold up. All right. Well, we in here. Let's do this real quick, and I'm gonna send in the link for anybody that wants to come on here for free. We're gonna get we're gonna get it. We're gonna dissect the propaganda bug that is the BNC, and then we're gonna go into AEW, man. Oh man, let me tell you something, man. This is something here, but let me share this with you guys first. We're gonna talk about BNC first. So let me share this guy with you guys first. Let me know if you guys see the screen right here. And give me a one if you can see that screen right there. If you want me to make it a little bigger, feel free. I will try my best to do it for you guys here today. Let's see. All right. Let's go here. We see here that shout out to Wikipedia. Not always the best source, but usually with these ones, these type of things, they're on point, man. And I got my man, the myth, the legend. We got A Truism here. Please subscribe to his channel. You know what I'm saying? If you want to put your link up there for free. What's up, man?
Yeah, okay. So you said you wanted me to come up here for this. So all right, so
Sir,
I'm here.
yes, sir. You're here, man. All right, so let's go in there real quick. Let's hit this up. Okay, so what we see here, that they were headquarters in Tallahassee, Florida. That is key. That is key right there. And we see here that they were started by a nice
Hmm?
gentleman here, Rob
Whoa.
Briante. Shout out to Bob Briante and the former Congressman J.C. Watts, who played in the CFL. Okay, we're gonna go into him a little bit.
Huh. Okay.
So Watts was the inaugural chairman here. We see they really started around February 10th, 2020, so about 2 years ago. So I do know that it says here that there were reports that the channel would immediately shut down due to lack of funding. They were confirmed the same day by the CEO, Princell Hare. Man, that's a name right there, man.
That gotta
Princell
be
Hare.
that's a Daggle-born name right there. That's a Daggle
Princell
version.
Hare.
It gotta be a Daggle. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Maggle, but that sounds like a Daggle name.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And they discontinued all of his live programming that afternoon. I do not know if it's on cable. I've never seen him on cable, so I don't know.
Mm.
Most of his reigning staff were laid off. So it's I mean, they don't got the RIP the funk date here, so they're still going, but says they are a moribund service. So they
So
have
they're basically they're
yeah,
basically dead. Okay, they're
yeah, they're
dead.
basically
What
dead.
is
They're
yeah.
syndicated.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
so the
them niggas is
name
done.
here, right here, is very key right here. Do anyone here knows who this guy is right here? Let me know in the chat. Type 1 if you don't know. Type 2 if you do know. I mean, you don't know. Sorry.
Oh,
Let me know if you guys know that name right there. If you type 1 for
okay.
the name Shahid Khan. Does anyone know that name?
Shahid Khan. I've
Mm-hmm.
never heard of it before, but now I read that little blurb right there. Okay.
Yeah. He owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. He also owns a football club in the European Football League. So we're going to click on here real quick. He is an investor. So he does have a big say in what goes on in the BNC. And we
Mm-hmm.
see right here that he's a Pakistani American billionaire businessman, sports and sports tycoon, owner
Mm-hmm.
of Flex and Gate. I don't know what Flex and Gate is. That's an automotive company. Okay, that might be in Florida.
Okay. All right.
All right. He owns the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Fulham Football Club of the EFL Championship, the English Football League. I'm sorry about the European, my mistake. And
Oh, okay.
he's a co-owner of All Elite Wrestling, along with his son Tony Khan. So
Oh, so that's where you
all
made the
right,
connection at.
that's the connection right there. Now let's show you some of the famous people here on the BNC network. We're going to show some of those famous people there, and we're going to see some of the more famous names. I think if you're a fan of the Hood Conservative, you kind of know who they are. You kind of know the name Mark Lamont Hill is a famous
Yeah.
one right there, and I forgot the gentleman's name. Fair skinned gentleman. I forgot his name. Mike something. He was married to I want to say one of the housewives. I don't know exactly which one here, but
Yeah, you
it's
know
one of
better
them.
than I do on that because I'm
I
like
don't
I
know.
don't go
I
back.
just remember the video they did with the wife. She was
Okay.
on the BNC show, and I was okay, and I was like, all right, cool. But let's see right here. Let's see what we got here for images. Shout out to Google. Fair use, fair use. You know. Oh, this is this is not the BNC network. Damn, that's how they really that dead that they've been replaced by
Whoa.
nuts.
Now that's nuts. That's nuts.
You know, they've been replaced by literal plumbing equipment. Let's see. Oh, I said the back news channel. Okay, they did. Here we go. So all right, let's okay. Let me do it this way. You know, we'll do it this way real quick. And we'll see here if you can see here. Okay. They have a
Nothing
lot
but
of
strags.
Daggle energy over here. You know,
Nothing but
this
strags.
them but strags over here, man. And this is how dead they are. They even got Paris Faulkner. She's with Fox News. So I'm like, damn, they might really be dead. Let's see. Let's try it again. Because dang, they really that dead. They really dead in the water that they got it. All right, BNC right here. We got these two my man Daggles right here. You would say they're Daggles?
Yeah, I would definitely say select. Yeah, probably the one with the longer hair, probably a mixed race Daggle. Like she probably
Mixed
half
race dagger.
Daggle,
Okay.
half
So we got
Daggle.
that one. I'm waiting for one of the more famous. There she goes. Here we go. This is the picture right here. We're gonna view the file real quick.
Uh,
Let's view a full picture. There we go. Man, look at them golden locks flowing, sewn in right there.
how about that?
This the dude right here, Mike. I don't know his name, but they're one of the more famous characters here in the Black News Channel. All right, so this is what you'll be represented by the Black News Channel right here. You know,
That ain't me.
I know.
That ain't me. I ain't
All right,
representing none of that nonsense.
and they got Larry Elder on here, but I don't think he ever supported them. This is
Nah, they ain't
another.
gonna have him.
Nah,
Larry
they
Elder
ain't
too
gonna have
young
him.
for them. They're gonna have him on there.
All right, so now what's interesting here about the BNC is that they have a pretty much diverse Daggleverse. They got the sewing by the brown hair and the blonde.
Look at him by the sewings.
They got the sewing. It's like, all right, it's their hair. It's their hair, man. It's their hair. But let's look at All Elite Wrestling. And All Elite Wrestling is very interesting. How many of you guys know about Leah Thomas?
That was the guy, the guy, yeah, the guy swimmer. I'm gonna call him no. Leah, he's the dude. Yeah, the dude. I know.
Now it's very interesting that the company owned by Shad Khan and his son Tony Khan have something very interesting here. This is a wrestler by the name of Nyla Rose. So if we see here, this was the changeling used to be of the male gender, and then magically switched over to a woman's wrestler. Now this is one of their top stars here in the AEW promotion. They're out here wrestling women. Now, mind you, this person has injured quite a few. I'm into the backstage reports, and I wish Brian General Lisimo was here. I would love to have him on here. He knows about it as well. This is a changeling, or what you like to call the Decepticon. This is all their pictures right here. Look at this picture right here. They are actually fighting a woman here. So they are down with the program of Leah Thomas right here. But I've heard from a lot of wrestling fans of the image of black male wrestlers. I have something for you. Please block your eyes. Please block your eyes here. I'll try my best. There's a wrestler by the name of Sonny Kiss who represents AEW. So here we go. This is Sonny Kiss right here. I will not click anymore.
Nigga, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
I'm done. This is Sonny Kiss right here. And
no, nigga, no.
I know that people kind of say that WWE is racist towards black men. I disagree.
Nigga, is he twerking and putting his ass in? Nigga.
Yeah, I'm going to go down here. If you have children right here, this is not the programming time for them right now. As you see right here, Cody Rhodes is the son of Dusty Rhodes. He's one of the former stars there. He just went to WWE.
He wasn't Gold Dust.
He was. His brother was. His brother was Gold.
Okay. I would say.
Yeah. So here you go. This was a premier marquee matchup here. Look at this. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, or Cody for short, with Arn Anderson. Arn, the enforcer, the legendary horseman.
Oh, yeah, man. I ain't seen him in a minute.
And they have a marquee matchup with a, I can't call him a brother, but a melanated male by the name of Sonny Kiss.
Oh, Coco Fairy ass nigga.
This is what AEW gives you. A lot of people have had problems with this promotion. It's kind of a leftist promotion in terms of how they do things. They recently had problems with race too. There's another Daggle that had an issue with him by the name of, let me see if I can pull her up. Oh man, Big Swole. Her name is Big Swole. big swole wrestler, and you're gonna get a little interest though. Those are one of the main characters there. Okay, so Big Swole here. Shout out to Wrestling Inc. If you're a wrestling fan, go check them out. They're pretty good. Big Swole right here. Big Swole.
What
Big
the hell?
Swoggle.
Oh, okay.
This is a Daggle of the Super Saiyan kind. Super Saiyan level. Got the armpit hair and everything. You see that armpit there? That's a Super Saiyan strag right here, man.
Oh
man.
No.
So the owner, Tony Khan, whose father owns BNC, the Black News Channel, she went on social media after Khan responded to comments Swole made about her former employer, the Khans, during the interview. I'm sorry for skipping that over. As previously reported, Swole discussed her departure on AEW on a recent episode of our Swole World show Call-In. I thought Swole World, but Swole World. Slow World. I don't know. I don't know. So she called out the company for a lack of structure and diversity that led to her departure. Just looking
what are you
at
talking about? You got a full-on black fairy in the who's laughing in the background? You got a full-on black fairy,
yes, sir,
in the freaking league. How much more diversity do you need?
I don't know.
A dude that literally transformed into a straggle, into a daggle, as a wrestler who's wrestling daggles and women. So what more do you need?
Khan came back on Twitter though. He issued a response within an hour. Now, one thing about Tony Khan, he's very into social media. He's not like Vince McMahon. You'll rarely hear from Vince McMahon on social media. He responded to how he and Mega Parquet, AEW's chief legal counsel and senior vice president and chief legal officer of the Jacksonville Jaguars and NFL, and the two top executives in the company are literally people of color. They included Jade Cargill. Oh, you're going to see this one, A-Truism. I don't want to mess your eyes up, but we got to go through Jade Cargill, the acclaimed Private Party, Dante Martin, and we just discussed this, the Changeling. I was going to say gentleman. Oh, no. Nyla Rose. So, Khan then said he let Swole's contract expire because he felt her wrestling was not good enough. Here we go right here. Let me share this quote with the chat right here. You guys come check this out real quick. We'll let me know what you guys think about that right there. And right there, it continues on there, but the top two execs in AEW are Brown, me, and Mega. Jade, Bowens, Caster, Dante, Nyla, Isaiah, and Mark Quinn all won on TV this month. The TBS title has been very diverse. I let Swole's contract expire as I felt her wrestling was not good enough. AEW Rampage Street Fight tonight, he wrote. Oh,
and
man.
He put the promotion in at the end. Yo, he cold with it.
He cold with it. And he said Khan's tweet is still alive. It's still live and going. And Swole has not publicly responded as of this writing. So AEW right now, with his diverse roster, has this going on. They had this one over here. They had Sunny Kiss. They had quite a few other people on there. So it's very interested to know what the Black News Channel's investor really thinks of the view of kind of diversity, the Daggle too. This is the man Shad Khan right here. And he's a very interesting character worth $9 billion. So let's talk more about BNC real quick. We're gonna pull up the Wikipedia real quick. And we're gonna go over that real quick. Give me one moment. And
Let me ask you a question though,
yes,
Kamasi.
sir. Go
So
ahead.
is he doing all this wokeism to try to bring people to AEW? Is that
Yes,
why he's doing all this?
yes. Because here's the problem. What brought me into like wrestling
Yeah.
podcasting, because I've heard from a lot of like Twitter, and before then we had forums, that there weren't enough black wrestlers as the top guys, and there not enough, black. You start hearing it when the Dago started getting into wrestling. There's not enough black
Mm-hmm.
women on there. But if you go back into history, there's been plenty of guys who have been former world champions, such as Bobo Brazil.
Yeah.
He was a champion in California. Sailor Thomas, Bobcat Wright. A lot of people don't know who those guys were, but they were big time stars. Sailor Thomas, I think, was in Mexico. I might be incorrect on that one. There was a guy who was SYSBM by the name of Sweet Daddy Sicky.
Hey.
He went to Canada, married a white woman,
Uh-huh.
and
There you
living his
go.
life. So there's a lot of guys here. Even Booker T, Booker T did marry. You consider her a drag, but Booker T actually is an interesting character too. He owns his own promotion. Recently is in 100 networks across the United States, possibly the world. And I never hear black wrestling fans talk about the success of black wrestlers. So that's kind of what I think they want to bring AEW for. But if you have Sonny Kiss on there, I don't know if you could
No, dog.
I
No.
don't know if you could do that.
No. No. You done sunk the whole ship when you did that.
You
No,
know,
just
exactly. You didn't
no.
exactly. So we're gonna go back here to the BNC with Prince Sale Hair. That's the name. That's an interesting name right there. Oh, my bad. I
So now
didn't know
it's
what
not.
that was.
It's. I got a feeling it got to be a Maggle. I got a feeling it got to be
You
that.
know what? Let's see. Let's see. While we go over this, we're gonna see Prince Cell Hair. That is a woo. That's a wrestling name right there, man. Prince Cell Hair from Parts Unknown, weighing at 350 pounds. Let's see. Let's see here. Prince Cell Hair. Let's see. No, it's actually a dude. It's
Okay, so
actually what you
it's a
consider a
Maggle.
Maggle.
Okay,
Yeah, it was.
okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I'll pull up his picture in a few moments. But as we see here, JC Watts, you see here, this is a gentleman right here. We're gonna look into JC Watts right now.
Hmm.
JC Watts was one of the let's see here. Very accomplished, very accomplished. He was a Republican. He was a Republican.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
Cool.
so he was in the House of Representatives from about 8 years, 95 to 03. He was in Oklahoma, so he seems like a well reserved brother. So I won't put that on him, because maybe he had a vision,
Yeah, he
and
started off well, and then I
yeah,
guess
maybe he had a
then
vision, and then
yeah,
in order to reach, I have to say this, in order to reach black television, you have to cater to the Daggle first. So maybe
niggas is not interested in nothing if there ain't no twat involved. These niggas
Nah,
is
man. But he's a very accomplished gentleman. He's a Baptist minister too, man. This is a pretty accomplished
amen.
gentleman.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
ran for Congress in '94. He delivered the Republican response to right here, Bill Clinton's 1997 State of the Union address, and was elected chair of the House Republican Conference in 1998. What a great year.
Mm-hmm.
Retired in 2003 and turned into lobbying and business work, and serves also on the side as a political commentator. So very accomplished gentleman, man. Very accomplished gentleman. Let's see here. So he ran as a Republican. I'm gonna check his stats here. If you can see it right here. There we go. Okay, so he's been Republican for most of his time here. I think Tony Shad Khan might be Republican. I don't know. But we'll
I
check
don't
out
know,
him.
man. If he letting all this weird old L Gibbon stuff go through, I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I
All
don't
right.
know.
And this is the founder here. This is the former partner and the now defunct. There you go. Now
Brillante.
defunct Florida News Channel. I'm sorry. And whoa, my bad. Now defunct Florida News Channel, and also the CEO of the
Of the
defunct Black News
defunct
Channel.
Black News Channel. Yep.
Damn.
They put the nail in the coffin.
Damn. Oh, you remember? Okay. Okay, that's what's up, man. A lot of brothers in Oklahoma doing their thing, man. Shout out to all the brothers in Oklahoma, man, in the Midwest and that area, the what they call it, the oil, I forgot what they call that area, the oil something. The guys doing well over there, man. Salute to you guys. But looks like he was a quick synopsis here. Oh, let's see. Okay, so all he has a he has a track record of lack of viewer interest. So the Black News Channel ended because of that. The BTNC ended because of that. Oh my gosh. And he's a married gentleman. So let's say they did try. They did try. They did try. Shout out to JC Watts though and Mr. Briante and Shot Khan. Okay. All right. So let's see here. The launch of the network was announced in 2018 of November for 2019. The launch date was pushed back. That's not a good sign. From 2019 in November. it's January 2020 before being pushed back again. This sounds like the Dr. Dre album. Damn.
This is some powerful niggatry.
Yeah. One of the chief investors in the network was Shad Khan. So that is interesting. Maybe that's why it changed because Shad Khan, we just going over AEW. It would make sense why BNC went the way it did. And then you have another one coming in 2020 in July, Prince Hair, who was the president and CEO of the Black News Channel. So that's interesting. That is interesting right there. They reached an agreement in 2021 of March with CBS Media Ventures, to handle advertiser sales. And they launched a revamp of its primetime lineup.
Progressive black commenters.
They were added into the lineup. Woo! This is when it changed. So I didn't know about it so recently when the progressives came in. So let me ask you this: do progressives equal ratings, or do they equal notoriety?
Notoriety.
Okay. That's
good.
Because
if you progressive, they're automatically going to come with all the drama and the wokeness automatically.
Yeah, Jim McIntosh, BNC, if you notice, is called the Black News Channel, and let me segue into this real quick. We have BET, we got HBCUs, and we got the Black News Channel. Now, I don't see the Native American channel, the Latino. Well, they call it Univision.
They got Telemundo. Yeah,
Telemundo.
Telemundo or Univision. Yeah, one of those.
Yeah,
two.
so I mean, it's not. That's another show.
yeah,
that's a whole nother show. Most of the network staff was dismissed or departed beginning in 2021 of last year. Wow.
See.
There we go. So when Prince Hair took over, it went downhill.
Yep.
Oh man. So let's look here. A tourism. You see 13 current and former
female employees.
Well, with A tourism, there's a rule. They are not females, but they are what?
Daggles.
All right. So make sure you guys subscribe to A tourism channel. You will hear some great commentary. If you have his channel in chat for the new people, put it in there. Yes, I agree, man. I agree. I agree. Wholeheartedly, I agree.
He evolved the comment.
Yeah, I like that. I like that commentary going like that. But you're right. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're right. Because I want to say TV went downhill around like the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
It kind of went downhill, even I'm gonna do another one on the 80s. I know we talked about me, USKC. The 80s, the 90s, the 70s, the 2000s, cartoons and kids shows. Because I know when I asked you the family question, you did bring up the cartoons, which is very key. I
Yes.
wanted to talk more about that because I saw some 80s things that if the 90s kids who saw it, they would be trying to cancel it. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember a show called Amigo and Friends.
Amigo and Friends. No.
All right, when we're done, you know what? We'll
All right.
segue into that. We'll segue
All right.
into that. We'll segue and we'll talk a little bit about Obsidian and his commentary earlier. You know, Obsidian had a great show today. I want to talk about it. And let's see. Now the female employees or the former Dago employees, you know, they filed a class lawsuit against BNC accusing the network of gender discrimination. Wow. I don't
Hold
know,
on.
man.
How the hell? See, this is the reason why you can't be having these freaking Dago holes involved in nothing. All the commentators that were on there in most cases were Daggles. So what
Yeah.
the frack is the discrimination at? Where's the discrimination at?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
See,
Yep. Wow. In response, man, they sent out a memo to the current employees informing them of the network's intent to file a motion for dismissal. Okay. So I think this is still ongoing.
okay.
All right. It's still ongoing. On the 25th of March this year, it was reported that the channel will be shutting down imminently after Khan. Oh. Shah Khan
Uh-oh.
pulled his funding from
Oh.
following a failed attempt to sell the network. That is key. So he said, after this, I'm putting my money into Sunny Kiss and Nyla Rose. And
Uh-uh.
we're gonna show what he put his money into. We're gonna show in a moment what he put his money into,
See,
man. Oh,
when he saw that class action lawsuit, he's like, "No, I'm done."
no,
See, this
I'm
the thing
done.
about it.
Yes, sir.
He tapped out when he saw that class action lawsuit. He said,
Yes,
"Really,
he
no,
did,
y'all
man.
ain't gonna get none of my money. No, y'all ain't. Not for on some
No,
money.
you're
Your,
not, man.
your feelings didn't get pacified. No, I'm good. No, we good. I'm out." He washed his hands of the whole thing. He's like, "Holla."
I can't blame him though. I can't blame him.
I
Oh
blame
yeah,
him
but you was hoping for a
because
black.
he initially put his backing behind this nonsense. And because
He
there
did.
was no way he could not have known that Progressive was not going to get a part of it. And when Progressive,
Exactly.
anything gets involved in it, you are always going to have the Daggle slide their asses in like the snakes they are and mess up everything. Every
Everything.
damn thing.
They coming in like cockroaches, huh?
Damn right. Off the top rope with the elbow slap.
Oh snap. Oh
Just
man.
to mess
Okay.
it all the way up.
And man, this is crazy. Just not even 2-3 weeks ago, live program was discontinued at 5 p.m. Eastern time that afternoon, with the remainder of that day's schedule being filled with tape programming, mainly involving the Supreme Court confirmation of Ketanji Brown Jackson, aka Ouija board, aka Jenga. You know what I'm saying? There you go, right there. There you go. Jenga in the building. It's the opposite. You ever play Jenga? You have to put the blocks and build it. This one, the blocks are built, but you have to knock them down and wait for someone else to build it back up. That is Kentaji. We're gonna get this patented, brother. We are gonna get this patented. As of March 26th, BNC remains operational, carrying various other programs and films it has rights to. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. The network will file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on March 28th. Now,
Them niggas
March
is done.
28th is about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Forget Bobby Schmurda. It wasn't a week ago. It was 2 weeks ago.
Them niggas is done.
All right. So some of the famous, let's see, some of the famous ones here. Kelly Wright. I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
Charles
nobody.
Blow. I've heard that name before. SKC might know who he is. I've heard that name before. New York Times. Okay, I might know who he is. Mark Lamont Hill. Here we go,
Here we
man.
go.
Here we go. Mark
The nigga
Lamont
that's
Hill's
sweeter
like
than Tony, and Tony.
Mark Lamont Hill. We got Mike Hill. Oh, that's the gentleman that was on the show with the lady with the weave. And Fred Hickman. an American broadcaster. All right, Fred Hickman. I don't know what that is, but very interesting to see. All right, so let's see what Tony Khan or Shad Khan invested his money into.
Yo, put up
Just
lose
for that,
comment real quick. Put up lose comment real quick.
I got you. I'm trying to get back on there. Let's see
Yo, you
which
stupid.
one we got here. Jumanji, they call her. Oh yeah. Let's see.
No.
All right, there we say Jim. That's why I say F them. Support black bankruptcy. There you go, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys, Jim
Yo.
McIntosh, Laughing Dog's already a member of a subscriber. Jim McIntosh, I know you're new here. Feel free to subscribe to me and A Truism. I'll let them put their channels in the chat room. We got some fun stuff we always go to. So please support us, man, especially Freeze on Lou and myself and others, man. So once upon a time, woman was reserved for a human female that has given birth. Yes, man. And that can also bleed from the vagina once a month and has ovaries.
How
Yes,
about
sir.
that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you got here A Truism channel. Please subscribe. He's gonna come on 6 o'clock tonight. He's blessed me with his presence today. But man, I gotta do it to him, man. I gotta do it to him, man. I gotta do it to him. Here we go. Here we go, man. Here goes who he has put his money into. This is the daggle of the Terminator. This is this is his money horse. He's putting everything on. A wrestler by the name of Jade Cargill. Ooh, that's a lot.
Wait a second. Let me ask you a question. Now, is this Daggle going to be wrestling the newly minted Daggle in a match?
Let's see here. Let's see. Let's put in here. They might have wrestled. I don't really watch AEW. I watch the highlights. I don't sit down and watch it. Yeah. I got a couple friends that do. I say I feel bad for you, man. I feel bad for you. I mean, we got women in WWE. Okay. Look like they're together right here. Wow, that's a perfect match. Shout out to Vicky Guerrero.
And they got a Karen.
So that's it right there.
Karen as the announcer. Oh no, come on, bro.
Let me see right here. This one here.
No, the picture right there with all four of them. Yeah, that one right there.
Oh, that's I don't know. No, in the middle right here. I don't know if you know Eddie Guerrero. That's his wife, his ex. His widow. I would say that Eddie Guerrero's widow. Vicky Guerrero. But that's a whole nother story right there. All right, Sigma Jones, man. This one right here looks more muscular than the Changeling.
The Transmagle.
Shaq had to do his thing. Shaq was a part of it at one point. I really like China. China, as much manly she was, she looks more feminine than
definitely
Jade Cargill. And this is it right here. Oh my God. Look at Shaq right here. Look at Shaq right here. Look at Shaq. Shaq always had a thing for the muscular chicks. He always did.
I mean, you a big dude like that. I mean,
you
gotta have a chick that got some strength to it. Because you coming with a lot of dynamite. You can't be with no little. You gotta have a woman that got some force to resist.
Oh yeah. So there you go, man. And wow. Did they really? I'm not even gonna click this. Does it say hottest female? Blah blah. I'm done.
I'm done.
Nigga, I'm done.
No.
I'm done.
Nigga, no.
I'm
nigga,
done.
No, nigga, no.
All right. Freeze on Lou, the Nyla Rose, the fatter one, is the Changeling, aka the Transformer. The muscle one is a female. So yeah. China was taking that juice. I think the black chick taking that juice too. I don't know, or that might be natural Mago genes. We don't know. But
look at that jaw muscle.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about it, man. We'll get off that a little bit. We'll go back to it. Let's talk about Obsidian today, man. Obsidian has some interesting comments today in regards to the Russell Wilson. I didn't even hear about Russell Wilson. He brought it up, but Russell Wilson, Ciara, the Manosphere, and the everything else included, man. I don't know. What's your thoughts, man?
I didn't really pay too much attention. Like I probably had just woken up. I just gotten breakfast and everything. And I was listening to it back and forth a little bit, but I wasn't paying attention to the whole thing. Like what? I seen a little bit in the chat. Like it seems like what he's doing now, from when he was beforehand, when he was going in on him for being a simp, because he did do that back in the day, about a year or so ago, before he started to change up. And then I seen like he put like a post with like it's like I think like the jury is in, and it's like, you know, you can't say that, you know, you can't call him a simp because, you know, he's successful, or he got Ciara, he got kids, yada yada yada. You can't really like we keep down talking on him, and why brothers doing it, dudes that are doing it ain't on his level. And it's the same thing like the Logics would say, like, okay, so, and the thing that gets on my nerves about it is, fine, okay, you want to say that he's successful, fine. If you want to say that he's accomplished, fine. But why, oh why, oh why would these men who are so accomplished and so able to you know, be masters of their industry, etc., why do they engage with the worst group of female human beings on the planet Earth? All those white women, all these white women, he got hit. No, the thing with him was Russell Wilson, he got into a bad relationship with a white bitch. I'll call it that. Okay, fine. Nigga, you caught a bad one, and most likely you already knew it was a bad one, but you were too much of a bitch ass nigga to just drop her off before you put a ring on it. Okay, fine. Then he went from that and went right back into the arms of a daggle. And not just any daggle, a famous daggle that got knocked up by a nigga who literally has almost a half a nation of kids by every other daggle that he come across. This bitch signed up to be his baby mama, and you wanted to be the stepdad.
AKA Gucci flip flops, man. That's what I call Future. Gucci flip flops, man. That was one of his more famous songs. He's the brother that kind of made Scottie Pippen look bad. I mean, it really started with Future, with that Gucci flip flop song, and then people were looking at Scottie Pippen funny. I felt bad for Pippen, but hey, Pippen, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. And here's my thought on, you know, whatever makes him happy. I have no issue with that. I do think that it's kind of funny that he's okay with her bringing up Future a lot. You know, I don't know about the recent stuff, but what I seen back then, she used to bring him up a lot, and I don't know why he would, you know, whatever.
The nigga stood there and let this bitch twerk on some other dude while he was standing there. And I believe Obsidian even showed the video of him doing it.
Yeah. And I mean, Ciara's pretty known, man. She was dealing with a lot of dudes. Dudes in the chat were saying it. You know, there's a lot of dudes. You know, I understand. You know, there was one daggle by the name of C. Michelle from the certain network that was backing her up, saying that all the BWs don't think like that, and I can't trust that because you're not the voice of BWs.
How about it?
You know, but it was very interesting to see a lot of these guys know the ins and outs of the celebrity world. This is very interesting because a lot of these conversations, they like to compare themselves to the celebrity, what they would do in that position. First of all, I would not want to be in that position. I don't care how much you pay me. I would rather be on a boat fishing rather than being in the shoes of Russell Wilson. And it's a lot, you know, it's a lot.
Will Smith, I got a very serious question to ask everybody. Yes, how much is a good night's sleep worth?
It's worth the world, man.
So, okay. I'll take that over the fact that I got to constantly be dealing, number one, with a bald-headed, light-skinned, light-eyed bitch that had the balls to freaking call me out for having an issue about her getting in an entanglement with a younger man.
Yeah, man.
This, no, I'm sorry. I'll take being
Feel
an
free,
average
man.
Joe any day.
Feel free. Let's go. Because all right. I'm okay Will Smith fan. I'm not all the way with them because like to me, a good actor can play as many roles as he could. That's why I put Denzel above him,
Mm-hmm.
Sidney Poitier,
Of
and
course.
a few others.
Mm-hmm.
But this relationship from the get go just seemed funny because
Mm-hmm.
like you said, man, like it's Will Smith. He's not into the Daggle lifestyle, and he marries this chick, and now from what it looks like, he's out of here.
Yep.
He's out of here, man.
They got
It
that
looks
nigga
like
for
he's gonna have to
10
go to the Chitlin
years.
circuit.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to the Chitlin circuit, aka Prime Video.
Yep. 10 years. 10 years they got this nigga. 10 years. And the question I want to ask is, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Your kids are weirdos, except for the one that he had with the one chick he was married to, and he divorced her. I don't know why he divorced her, just to get with Jada.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
It's like
man.
Niggas always fall for the light-skinned honeypot. Always. Always.
Always, man. Always. Sing it, man. Talk your shit, man. Always, man. It's crazy.
Always. They always fall for it.
Now, would you be Will Smith? Let me share this screen, man, and see if I can do it real quick. It's going a little slow. And if you're in the chat, you want to join this, come in.
Yeah, please.
Saturday, you click join in. We're gonna have some fun out here. Would you want to be Will Smith, or would you want to be Sweet Daddy Sicky, who's squares off with country music? Man, this guy dropped a country album. I'm a big fan of Sweet Daddy Sicky. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Sweet Daddy Sicky.
I never heard this.
Oh man, Sweet Daddy Sicky, man. Man, what a legend, man. What, man? I'll tell you this. All right, wrestling has kind of, had its stereotypical gimmicks.
Yeah.
But if I compare sports, I compare TV as we see it, wrestling did not make brothers who are melanated look bad.
How about that? Yeah.
Really didn't. Showed tough guys, family guys. One of my favorite angles that I was young, but I saw it later. Junkyard Dog being blinded by the Freebirds, and he couldn't see his daughter for Christmas.
Oh.
Now they won't do that today because the Maggle and the Daggle do not have that type of relationship, man. So
nope.
And shout out to Sigma Jones. He says right here, Jada admitted she's a homewrecker, and she also admitted that she did not want to marry Will Smith. That is very true. And I saw a video. Let me see if I can play it real quick, where she had kind of invaded his privacy, and he wasn't feeling it.
Dude.
It's looking like she is doing everything she can to disavow, man. It's like Bobby Heenan turning on one of her turning on one of her stablemates right here. I don't know. So let me move this over right here. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this. Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, and let's see. Which one would you want to do, the 40th birthday, or you want to just do that video?
You can do that video.
You're a guest here, man. So what would you like? All right. Okay, we got it right here. Let's see if I can let this play real quick. I'm gonna mute it so it comes out clear. And this is crazy, man. Will Smith, man. Oh man, I think he has to turn heel on the Daggleverse. He has to. He has to cut a promo like Hulk Hogan did and tell the fans to shove it. He gotta come to the dark side.
He might as well at this point. The nigga just he ain't got nothing else left. What more can he lose?
Oh yeah, he can't. I don't know, man, but it's wild to see, and it's something. Okay, now, okay, they got the Passion of Christ coming on Fox Nation. I like that movie. I did like the Passion of Christ.
Yeah, it was.
Share the screen with y'all real quick. Might skip over, what I'm saying, excuse the skippy, but man, show this here. Old video clips, man. Oh man. Old video clips. See right here. If it loads up, and let me know if you can hear it on your end, Truism.
Okay.
But let's lock. All right, yeah. Dang it. Damn Verizon. Horizon cable. That's what I call it. Horizon, not Verizon. Horizon.
You having a problem with Verizon, really? Is that your internet?
But it's better than
Oh.
Cox. Anything named Cox, I get. You know what? Because the switch to 5G, yeah, the
Yeah.
switch to 5G. Everybody in my house got everybody in my house using it. So we bought like so many modems. And
Okay.
SKC did talk about fiber optics, but I think you got to get a business. I'm gonna look more into it because in my area you can't really find that fiber. Well, I think SKC talked about it. I don't know if fiber out of something, but let's see if it loads up. If not, struggle streaming. But let's see if it's coming. Come on.
Hold on.
This is the daggle holding me back.
Let me see if I can
All
find
right.
it for you. Let me see if
My
I can
bad.
find it for you.
Yeah, no problem. You want to run it from yours? That's cool, man. Let me send you
Yeah.
the link too.
All right.
I'll send you the link on the back chat. And man, this Will Smith saga is just running. It ran its course, but it's continuing, man. It's crazy.
No, this
So
at this particular point is at the denouement. At this point, it's almost entering the end. At this point, that he's almost
yeah,
just
it
about
is.
done.
It is. He's done, man. And like he did have a hand in Cobra Kai. I do watch Cobra
Yeah.
Kai. That's probably one of the last shows I watch. I want to know the future of that because I really like Johnny Lawrence, man. I really like Johnny Lawrence, and I really big fan of Johnny Lawrence, man. So let's see here. You beat me to it, I'll let you run it.
All right. So share screen. Share this screen
All right.
with it.
Let's see
System
your shit. I'll play it.
audio. Give me a second.
Take your time, man. All
All
right, there we
right.
go. There we go. All right, let me see if it could come up here.
Hold on a
All
second.
right.
Okay, there we go. All right, you got it?
Damn. Yeah, it's loading up. I don't know if you can see on your end, but it got the little circle on it. It's loading up.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Let me put the fair use out here. Shout out to H-Tourism. He saves the day, man. This is the hero right here, man. Salute to H-Tourism, and we're gonna get this going. Fair use whenever you're ready.
Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
Fair
Use.
use.
Coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without.
Look at the look on this nigga's face, man.
You look like that. Remember the episode where Carlton got shot, or Will got shot, and Carlton was about to get the gun?
Yeah. this Negro's face, man. Come on, man.
Asking me
Oh my goodness.
if you could film me.
Astaire, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
No, because she
Come on, man.
don't just.
She got him holding his arm like a little kid, like he upset or something.
Hurts that we cause one another.
My social media presence is my bread and butter. Okay, so you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start roll. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch Astaire at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you?
This freaking drag, man.
She gives me Eartha Kitt vibes.
Yeah.
And the good thing about Eartha Kitt, she didn't mess with the bro. So I mean, he was all right, but she gave me those types of vibes, man. Like, woof,
That's like, and niggas always fall for it. Even I fell for it for a second when I was in my sojourn through the Daggleverse, that light skin honeypot, because it looks better than the average mud duck you see running across the the streets of Blackistan. So
yeah.
it looks different.
I won't lie. She did look good in the movie. The Nutty Professor was the first one. She was in the first one.
Yeah.
Janet was in the second one. I mean, she looked okay,
But
But you know what it was, H-Tourism?
what?
There was really not a deficit as it was today. You mentioned
Yeah.
Vanessa Williams last time, and
Vanessa
got
Williams,
a few. It was
fine.
competitive back then. It was a little competitive. But today, woo! When you got Precious, you got Lizzo. That's the easier name. Leslie Jones. Yeah. Jada will still hold her crown. Sorry to say, man. But man, Will Smith, turn heel, man. Come to the dark side, man.
Gotta
come
escape
to
the
the dark
Daggleverse.
side and talk shit. I mean, whatever you want to do. I'm a heel, man. A-Truism is one of the main top heels. Stray, one of the main top heels. Tommy Sotomayor, another top heel, even though, he likes to double and dab, but there ain't nothing wrong with that. As long as you're a heel and you rock with it, own it.
You know what? I
Yeah.
liked it better when he was dealing with the chick Lana. I mean, whatever happened with that.
Yes, I remember.
All he had to do is just get another fine white woman. That's all you got to do. All these Instagram models that he can have on, all these OnlyFans chicks that he could be dealing with, and still be talking. And dude, if he did it and he kept with the same rhetoric, dude, it would turn it up even more so. Dog, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it would, man. It would, because I really think that that's missing in media. That a proud brother to be proud with his wife that's non-black, non-dad.
Yes.
I really think that's missing. I think a lot of these dudes, I look at Justice Clarence Thomas, like BNC went in on his wife. I'll probably send you that video as well. They really dug into his wife and just try to really embarrass her. And I was, I don't know why they have I know why, but they got this penchant for dissing brothers who date outside, man. And it's crazy.
It's because you ain't supposed to have no other option but the daggle. That's why.
I got you. That's a good point. But let me that is a one-off case. You don't hear
how about that?
You don't hear too many that happening. That's like I think somebody that brought the question to TVA. It was on Ball X. What happens if a white woman slaps you? And I said, I never seen a white woman slap a black man in my life.
TVA, he did it. That was a pretty good one for him. For him, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I never seen that. So like, Dolph Lundgren is a one-off, but I mean, it does bring up something. But I want to ask a more deeper question: who was the girl's friends? If she was friends with Daggles,
and she
that's a big
trash.
problem.
Automatic corrupted snow bunny is what I call her. Automatic file 13. Throw it right in the trash, dog. Right in the trash.
Yeah, like if she's friends with any Daggles, sometimes they're worse than the Daggles.
Yes,
because they have
the white skin.
Because they have to impress the other Daggles, and then just like if you got like one of those guys, like a Bubba Sparks or one of those guys, who's like, I used to have a friend like that. Man, that guy he literally robbed the black dude for his chain. And he had his black friends back him up, man. So I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff that would make you go, wow, it is that type, man. I feel you, and I saw Vermill's video. It was a good one. But
I couldn't stomach it because you're gonna use a one-off case to try to prove that brothers who engage with white women get it even worse than dealing with Daggles. All for the love of a hair-hatted hooligan. Really?
Yeah.
You niggas are gonna defend this Daggle bitch to the death. Not the death, the death.
Yeah.
To the death.
Yeah, and by the way, he's African, so I don't know if he counts as a brother.
But it doesn't matter because he's black. He's a man.
Yeah, that's all these niggas
need. Yep. That's all these niggas need to go with. Hey, Sigma, what's going on,
Jones, man? What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Kumasi? A-Truism.
Who's that guy? I always want to know who that was, man.
Oh, this is oh my goodness. He's from Samurai X. He's one of my favorite characters. Hajime. Oh my goodness. His first name is Hajime.
Yeah, I gotta start watching Rowan and Kenshin again.
I heard Rurouni Kenshin. I like that. I used to watch that on Cartoon Network, man.
Yeah.
So what's up,
well,
man?
here's a post. Oh no, not
bad.
much. I wanted to come in on the subject where Doc Lowe brought up about the white woman that killed the brother. And see, this what gets me. Black people are always looking for death in some form of fashion. Like what happened to that brother Bakari Henderson when he went over there to Italy and he he went to a nightclub late at night, hollering at some woman. Next thing you know, he gets jumped.
Yeah.
And I don't wish anything bad on anybody, black man, black woman, whatsoever. But here's what gets me with black people. Did it ever occur to them that maybe, just maybe, these incidents are just one-off compared to how many times black folks get killed by other black folks?
Yeah. And we have one of the more famous cases. Did they say San Antonio Brown? She killed a white gentleman in the back of his head, got off jail. Do they say that the white man should stop smashing the strag?
Nope.
Oh no.
Never. Or how about we got a famous quote from Tupac, the nigga you niggas always deify. Bitches get horny, niggas die. You niggas didn't even listen to that. Y'all just skip. Y'all just Stevie Wondered the whole damn. If I y'all just didn't see none of that. Nope, none of y'all saw that.
Yep. And that's a crazy thing, man. Go ahead, my bad. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, and that's the thing. Like, okay, so one woman kills a black man, and how many daggles have killed black men directly or indirectly?
We had a video of this one daggle that put a gun up to a dude's head live on camera and freaking not literally put this nigga's brain on stupid. Nigga is speaking as a vegetable for the rest of his life.
Yes. I remember that one.
So hey, I would not deal with a woman like that. I mean, like you said, Kumasi, she has those daggle tendencies, and that's another thing too. Okay, so and Adriels, I'm pretty sure you've heard this argument a lot and everything.
Yeah.
Some naysayers will talk about how, well, you go travel overseas, there's no difference between the women that you deal with here in America versus the women overseas. Okay, Batman, riddle me this.
Go ahead, man. Talk the shit.
How often do you see women of other cultures act as depraved as the dagger? I'm not saying they don't happen. I'm saying how often.
And how often is it put on blast? I gotta put it in the AAVE terminology so niggas can understand it. How many times you see daggle depravity from other groups of women on blast?
Not until they come to America and they hang out with the daggle. Shout out to Washington Heights in New York City.
How about it?
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy, man? Like Dominican Republic, that's a popular visitation for a lot of the Maggles. Me and Citizen Lou talked about Sosua and how it's been tainted now. Sosua used to be a beautiful place. The Maggles from New York and Atlanta, and I would just call it the I-Maggle 5 Highway. The I-Maggle 5 Highway from all the way up from Boston down to Florida has kind of ruined the Dominican Republic in terms of Sosua. And the places that they can reach out, like, Japan, Australia, South America, they can't reach out there in high numbers. Those places, you notice, have not been dagglified. You might have your one-offs, but it hasn't been dagglified. Go to Dominican Republic, you got World Star Hip Hop videos of them getting robbed in the DR. Chicks trying to say that they got red graped over there. But you don't hear that in Japan. You don't hear this. Australia, Germany, France, Brazil, Colombia. You don't hear it. Only in Puerto Rico, maybe, when the Maggles from I-Maggle 5 come in. What's up?
But they still niggas that can swim, as far as I'm concerned. He's talking about contriver. He's talking about contriver. He's talking about didn't that Indian dude say them bras in India off the chain? But that's feminism. But that's not daggleism, though.
But see, Adriel, here's what gets with me, and this is where my eugenics hat comes on.
Yep, there we go.
So, And this is where a lot of men from all cultures, this is where they have a hard time coming to terms with how women think biologically.
Mm-hmm.
When I say that it's very difficult for a woman to be racist, there's a biological standard to that. Women from a very primitive mindset are going to want to procreate with the best genetics they could find.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we can make an argument against that in regards to the Daggleverse, but
Correct.
you know, outside of that, that's pretty standard across the board.
Correct.
So when we see how American black women act a certain way with black men, but then is completely opposite with other races of men, to me, that's just par to the course. That's just how biodiversity works. Because again, you look at other races of women, they treat their men very differently compared to how they treat other races of men.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just gonna be honest, and altruism, Gukamasi, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but you probably have gotten more. You probably got more bang for your buck outside of femininity and everything else you look for in a woman when you're dealing with other races of women compared to women that share the same phenotype.
You are 100% correct. You are correct.
Yeah, so to me, this is where you won't see this being talked about in the manosphere and all, because for them to admit that the only way you stand a chance at passing on your genes, you got to be able to be appealing to not just one race of woman, but other races of women. That now pigeonholes all these talks about race supremacy and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. See, these niggas really don't want to have the real conversation. It's just like, look, bruh, if you really want to have the success that you say that you want, you got to have your family situation correct. There was one time, you remember at that time on Pastor's panel, and these dudes going to talk about he wants to have an organization. He wants to have this. He wants to have the business. Dude, nigga, Maggle, why the hell are you trying to fly into flying? You cannot fly into flying. First you freaking crawl, then you toddle, then you walk, then you run, then you leap, then you fly. You have to go, it's steps to this daggone thing. How the hell you going to get all the way to the end of the game and not even master the first freaking boss, the mini boss?
Here's another thing too.
Yes, sir.
That whole incident with Will Smith and his daughter, when they found that letter she wrote, that pretty much killed anything in regards to race loyalty.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Tell about that letter. Go ahead and tell that letter, brother.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Feel free, man.
I mean, essentially, she is writing a letter to a dead man, asking him to come back because her mom is unhappy. Her mom, aka being Jada.
And the crazy thing with Tupac was that, unlike Will, he was in a dance school, a performing arts school, and he had no problem putting on a wig, man. He had no problem, doing all these things. He was all over the place. He was thug 1 minute, conscious the next. Will been pretty much grounded. And she's writing a letter to amazing, I won't go out there with Tupac, but kind of bipolar tendencies that Tupac has. When the joke, I don't know if you guys saw the whole video. They had Penelope Cruz in the crowd with her husband.
Okay.
And this dude was slovenly looking, but he had Penelope Cruz sitting right next to him at the award show prior to the joke that caused the whole ruckus. And you could look at how happy the gentleman was with Penelope Cruz, who's famous for Blow. That's one of my greatest movies I've seen with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
She was really happy. They were both happy. Even Chris Rock made the joke that they better hope Will Smith wins. They better hope Will Smith wins. That way they can be good tonight. It was a little joke.
Yeah.
Versus the G.I. Jane joke that kind of started the whole thing, man. And then you kind of look here. I'm gonna share the screen real quick. Let me see if I there we're back on. I'll show you Penelope Cruz and her husband. That's them right there.
Javier Bardem.
Shout out to him. And he came in just like this to the show. He didn't have to dress in no suit, no nothing. Regular gentleman here with Penelope Cruz, a very, very, very beautiful woman.
Yeah.
And you got Will and Jada, and she's coming with that pea green suit with the bald head, and Will Smith is dressed to the nines, and look what he did.
They both got competing fades and shit. Both of them.
Who got the better hairline? Who got the better hairline?
Old duel of the fades ass niggas. Both of them.
I never forget that commercial Dwayne Wade did. Is a Gatorade commercial, him and his wife. And every time I see that commercial, I'm thinking to myself, how degrading it has to be to constantly be competing with your wife. And I say that because, look, I'll tell any man out there, hey, if a woman likes you, she likes you, more power to you, by happiness to you and everything whatsoever. But when it's very obvious, a woman simply don't like you. Why would you go out of your way to be such a beggar? To want to compete with her, to want to prove differently to her. I mean, I'm probably the youngest dude on the panel, but at 30, I'm like, look, if a woman doesn't like me, cool. I'm going on to the next woman that actually wants me. Okay. And there's nothing about race loyalty or anything. It's mainly of, hey, who's the best one that can carry on my genes? That's it.
Who is the best woman for the job?
And Will Smith, shout out to the Philly barbers, man. One of the best barbers in the United States, I think, come from Philly. But man, look at the hairline right there, man. Jada and Will, man.
Woo!
Hairline supremacy right there.
Is that a scar on the top of her head? What the hell is that?
I don't even know, man. Look like she looking like Abdullah the Butcher, man, with all them scars, man. Over there, man. And
come on, all that money she got, she couldn't have got no kind of a wig, no nothing. Now she want to talk about it. I got alopecia,
man.
Alopecia Pinkett Smith.
Alopecia, man. Alopecia for life. I think this might be the new hairstyle, though, man. The new going natural is right here. This is the new going natural, man.
The onyx.
Honestly, you're hitting right on money. This is my prediction. Going forward, you're going to hear women from the Daggerverse say Black women are just meant to have this condition. Therefore, either they're going to continue to wear the weave or they're just going to go all natural, bald. But here's the key thing. They will only do this with Black men.
Yes. Now, I said this on Pastor's panel one time, and that really got them niggas mad. That's how I got my wrench. When I said, when they were talking about that witchcraft stuff, and they're doing all those curses and all the magic and stuff, I was like, now, you keep messing around, you do the wrong thing to the right man, and then all that evil come back to you. Now you wondering why you got alopecia, because everything always comes back. It always comes back. The evil you do has a tendency to boomerang on you. Yep. Now look at it. Look at it. She all plastic when Will giving her a kiss, but look at how she actually got that smile on her face with Tupac.
Tupac, man. She like that bipolar. I call it bipolar polarity,
Body
man. That's
language.
right, right there, man. Man. But I will say this, Will, if you're hearing me, your last movie, I think you should do Jesse Jackson. I'm still convinced you are his son. I might be wrong, but I would love to see you play Jesse Jackson and the Rainbow Coalition.
She
Oh
wanted to
man,
be a
but
champion of
man,
all bitches, and Chris
look,
Rock sabotaged it.
she
That's
got
why
the
she got
hands
mad.
all in. She got the hands
Yeah.
all on Tupac's chest, man. Tupac don't even
I,
care, man.
I mean, okay. Let's do a little bit of research here.
Mhm.
I mean, just look at the body language.
Yeah, man.
The woman on the right, she's leaning away. It's like if she could, she would put up a barrier and be like, "Look, you can't get within this many distance from me, as far as physical contact." Meanwhile, the same woman on the left, she wants to engulf the man.
How about that?
She wants to embody the man.
She want that nigga
And
to wear
see,
her like a backpack.
right. And I'm sorry, but this is where the buffoons of the manosphere, this is what they don't get. If you can't get a woman to treat you like the woman here on the left side of the picture, you doing something wrong.
Mhm.
And the bed that
And
she
again,
wanted.
this has nothing to do with race loyalty. I can guarantee you this has nothing to do with race loyalty.
Yeah, my
This
wife
is
does.
this is down to basic biology. Does a woman have that admiration and desire for you? If she don't, then you are completely wasting your time.
Forever, forever, ever, 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 ever. Oh, forever. That's what it means. You wasting your time
There you go.
and your life
And
on
that's
an
crazy
endless
thing.
quest.
The man that she wanted, the man that she,
The nigga she wanted got shot multiple times. The nigga got shot like 9 times. What do you got to get shot? 6 times. Then he got shot more times to actually finish the job, and then the nigga was out of here.
Yeah.
All because of that suit, that homo thug energy.
think about it. Will could have been with Vanessa Williams. I don't think she married Rick Fox till later on.
Man, look, he could have had him. He could have had him a white woman. You know how many white women would have been down like for a flash to marry Will Smith?
Forget a white woman. Will Smith literally
Here's the
could
other
have
thing,
the
man.
cream
Obsidian brought up
of the crop.
Yeah, he
way
could have had
back
any woman,
when.
but definitely white
He
women.
said Obsidian brought up that Will wanted salt and pepper. I think it was pepper that he wanted.
No, yeah, he approached her or whatever, and
Yo.
she said, and I was like, okay, well, I mean,
Good job, man.
he did a, yeah, it's still destroyed because you still stayed in the strag lane, but yeah, like he could have had a white woman, Hispanic woman, he could have had an Asian woman, he could have had any kind of woman he wanted. He was literally world known and well known. Especially when that big Willie style came out, getting jiggy with it. No. Man, look. That boy could not be stopped. He had Men in Black, both of them. He had Men in Black. He had Wild Wild West, and a few other really great movies, especially in the 90s when he was younger. Independence Day. He had all them freaking movies. Dude, he could not be stopped. He couldn't be stopped. Except until it came to the light-skinned strag.
Oh yeah, man. And
That's what
put
stopped.
on their untalented. They put on their untalented kids. I'm sorry, Jaden Smith is not. To me, he ruined the Karate Kid. You know, thank God for Cobra Kai, kind of saving the day.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy, man. But yeah, you got
I mean, he tried, and then his daughter that whipped my hair back and forth song. Yeah, I mean, I saw like the video. Like,
Look, I'm just gonna be honest. Them kids just look strange even when they were little.
Because they got his big ass ears and that weird ass hair. That's what they got.
See, you know, is one thing. I think it was on here, Kamasi, where you showed a picture of Alfonso and his family.
Beautiful
Now,
family.
beautiful family indeed. I mean, two of his kids. If you didn't know that Alfonso was their father, easily could pass for white.
And you know what? Fine. I'm glad for that. I would rather that my kids, if my kids, what they do, but let's say if my grandchildren do not even have anywhere no any kind of semblance into like of me as a man of color, if they look if they could pass for white, that's fine. You want to know why? Because my genes are still winning.
Hey, Teresa, you just remind me of another argument, and it stems from that argument with Muhammad Ali, where he talks about, I want my kids to look like me. Well, interesting, because I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, he has a grandson that's currently playing football over here at Cal University.
Yeah.
His grandson could easily pass for a white kid.
Oh, well.
I'm just like, go ahead, Kabasi.
Who was Tupac's main love interest? He wrote a letter to her, but he could never put it out. Do you know who that woman is?
You trying to say it was Jada?
No.
Okay.
It was Madonna. It was Madonna.
Boy, get out of there, Kabasi.
Yeah, man.
You about to have some people get mad at you.
Hey, man, hey. Shout out to Kid Organic. He did a video some years back, and he talked about it.
Shout out to Kid Organic.
That letter is actually worth a lot of money. The original letter, where he said, "I cannot let my fans know," paraphrasing, "I cannot let my fans know, mainly the Daggles, that I am in love with Madonna, because that will kill my whole buzz." And the Daggles' favorite rapper is Tupac.
Wow. Just think of this for a moment, you gentlemen. Just think of it for a moment. You had Willow Smith write a letter to Tupac posthumously about please coming back so you can make my mom happy. Meanwhile, Tupac has his own letter pretty much confessing his heart belongs to a white woman. But you know what? Wait. You know what? And this is something I did a video about this a long time ago on another platform. I think I may have to bring this up on a culture ball. Okay. But I know people talk about how, Martin Luther King, he was sex deprived and whatnot, and he had a thing for a light-skinned or white women and everything. But what if I told you that before he even became a bishop, a minister, this dude was willing to throw it all away for a white woman and live a normal life up in Pennsylvania?
Damn. That's crazy. That man, well, he probably would have been dead by today, but that man definitely would have had, he would not have become famous. Okay, fine. But his ass would have lived long enough to have a nice family, and probably would have became a really good businessman or something like that.
Oh yeah. There was an article that came out some years ago, and I don't know if the woman is still alive, but she talked about how her and Martin Luther King had a thing back in the day. This is when he was like in college and whatnot. And Martin Luther King said that if it wasn't for his dad and his parents and him, having to become a preacher and a bishop and all, he was willing to throw that all away and just live a normal life in Pennsylvania with his white wife.
That's a daggone shame. Look at Tupac. Tupac staying all up in Madonna. She ain't even looking at him. That's crazy.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Look at
Yeah,
Tupac
okay, yeah.
over there, man.
I'll give it to you, Lo. Yeah, she had some strag. She had some feminist moves, but I'm pretty sure that she probably would not have given Tupac as much of a hard time as much as the dad.
Oh no,
I'm pretty sure.
Again,
okay, you know, she did a little feminist stuff or whatever, but I think it would have been a little bit better for him. He put it like this: he'd be alive today if he was actually with Madonna.
Yeah.
Put it like that.
And again, this goes back to the whole biodiversity conversation.
Mm-hmm.
What a woman puts a man through, if they have the same phenotype, is vastly different from what a woman deals with a man of a different phenotype.
Yeah.
It's basic biology. In a woman's primitive mind, she feels as the more diverse a gene is, genetic gene is, the most likely that woman is going to want to reproduce with that type of gene, which means she will be a lot more lenient with that type of person versus somebody who shares almost similar genetic phenotype.
And that's 100% true, man. And that's the way the world is going to end up being, man. Gentrification is proving that. Harlem is not the same Harlem that was there 20 years ago.
2050, niggas.
You're
the clock
seeing,
is ticking.
Yep, it is ticking, man. You know, and just look how cool Tupac is, man. He doesn't. I think Darflo said that she's still a strag. I understand that, but I got one name to name: Faith Evans. Remember that fiasco with Big Tupac and Faith Evans, which kind of, you know, depending on what side you're hearing, kind of led to Tupac's death.
Yeah,
in a roundabout way.
It definitely did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
like, here's the thing, and it's sad to say, but it's just plain and simple. Malcolm X, love the guy, love his talking points and everything, but I'm just going to be honest. When he realized that, you know what, the only way Black people can move forward is if we be more diverse, he was a dead man walking. Martin Luther King, pretty much, had he not went down the path of a Black preacher, bishop, whatsoever, he definitely would have lived much longer with a very different family.
Yes.
And now we look at Tupac.
Yep.
Tupac, had he, even if he went with a woman similar to Madonna, doesn't have to be Madonna, but just similar to Madonna, like H. Williams said, he would still be alive.
Yeah.
Or at the very least would have lived much longer into, I would probably say, up until the past decade, at the very least.
Yep. Because Malcolm X Killer is still in New Jersey. That's what's going around the word. He lives in Newark. He has his own mosque and everything. So
what?
To show you, man.
Oh no!
I am not surprised.
You know, I've heard that around the way. Not too sure if it's true or not, but there's a lot of people that have been saying that. Shout out to Darth Low, Honey Barbecue Wings in the building, and shout out to my man AB. I won't say your name, AB with the Cash app. You know, I appreciate it, and I'm gonna add some video here soon, but we'll work that out. But shout out to Mr. AB on that, if you know who you are.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. But it's wild, man, when we look at these relationships, especially the celebrity circle, when you have more access to higher quality women, the choices that these gentlemen make, man. We saw Will Smith. Yeah. We talked about Tupac. The Notorious Big is another one. You know, you look across the board, even with Keith Ellison, you know, he's had his troubles too. You know, with the domestic abuse, which nobody wants to talk about.
Mm-mm.
You got a lot of these instances where these guys are dealing with these type of women, and they end up in trouble, man. They end up in trouble. Shout out to H Wisdom on that one and Sigma Jones, man. So keep going, man. Y'all rocking. Keep going, man. I like y'all commentary.
See, because the thing about it here is, and I said it before, a lot of these niggas, because of what they have had, they grew up in, and they're basically indoctrinated in the church of Daggleism. It's from the top all the way down to the bottom. The Daggle is all.
Daggle is all.
These niggas do not. They can't even. Every time when I say the word Daggle, and you probably notice it too, Kamasi. Every time when I get on the channel like Pastor's panel, and I say the word Daggle, these niggas automatically go to, what are we not supposed to get with? You want to be with dudes? I ain't never said not one time anywhere about not near swinging dick, not once.
But hold your thought right
women.
there. Hold your thought. Can you repeat that again? If they're
I
not
ain't never said not one time. Okay, but the Daggle.
Yes, sir.
When I say Daggle, these niggas automatically say, well, what? We ain't supposed to get no pussy? You want to be with men?
That is crazy to think like that. Like,
hold up,
there's no
nigga.
Yeah.
You trying to tell me that there's no other woman out there but the Daggle? Are you crazy? You literally see just scads of women all over the place. The world is lousy with women. You can't go 10 steps without seeing a woman. But the only woman that you can see, that you can process in your primitive monkey brain, is a Daggle?
It's crazy, man. And shout out
and that's why ageism.
My bad. Real quick, shout out to my man Darth Low, man, showing love with the Cash App. I appreciate it.
Darth
Low. And Mr. AB,
salute.
Salute, man. So you guys, man, I appreciate all of it, man. So my bad, Sigma. My bad for interrupting.
Oh no, you fine. I was just gonna say, and this is why ageism. I've come to terms with the fact that, at least in my lifetime, I'm probably going to be associated with more non-black men than I will with other black men.
Yeah,
because
that fact,
when you have dudes who literally feel like there's no other race of women, no other culture and societies and whatnot, that pretty much shows me that outside of phenotype, those type of people, we have nothing else in common. So why should I even still try to associate with them?
Great point, man. Great point. And that's the weird part, man. And that's what I'm gonna try to uncover, because like were you born in the 90s, Sigma?
Yep, 90s,
okay,
baby.
So I'm gonna do an 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s kids and cartoon show special. And I've noticed that in the 90s, a lot of the kind of kids program for black children changed. You had Wayne Head, you had Bebe's Kids, even though it's not a kid, well, I guess it is, You had a lot of these race-centered shows where it was always race, and they seen it as kids, and now they apply it in their adult life. When I came up, like, I already saw Mr. T have his own cartoon. MC Hammer, Kid and Play.
Yeah.
We just talked about COPS, Cops.
Man.
And I didn't see all of that. But in the 90s is when it really changed, and they brought in the rap and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And it just changed their mindset.
No, you're absolutely right. That's why, honestly, a lot of outside of animes, a lot of like the American or Western style cartoons, I was mainly watching shows from like the 80s and all. Yeah. I felt like culturally, I related more to those types of themes and messages from those type of shows than I did from the 90s and onward.
Because anime at that point, because especially in the 90s, anime was still about men. It was about young men going out and doing things that were heroic. They actually embraced and typified the hero's journey
Right.
at that point. And as a man, especially when you're a teenager, you definitely resonate with that because you are a young man trying to figure out a way in the world so you can become a man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of people's, a lot of black men's memory, good memories, most vivid memories, and the shows that really stuck with them are shows like Bleach, are shows like Ronin Warriors or Samurai Troopers for those who actually watch in Japan. Fist of the North Star.
Mm-hmm.
That was for me. That was like, damn. When I first started, when I saw the movie, I was like, yo, Robotech.
Oh yeah,
Things like
Robotech.
that.
Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
Those series and those shows had a big effect on black folk, on black men, especially black men.
Mm-hmm.
Like my sons, now when I try to, I guess I'm going to try to show it to them, but they're like, I used to show my sons G.I. Joe, and they were kind of like, because it's different, because like it definitely was more male centric.
It was, man.
Was.
And the crazy thing, they have females on the show. I remember the female and G.I. Joe, and I just saw the female for Cops. They had quite a few on there. But let me ask you, Sigma, because you know more than me. The show Static Shock, who was the love interest for the main character?
Oh wow, I haven't seen that in a long time, but
me either. Yeah.
I will say the main character, his love interest for sure wasn't a typical American BW.
Mm-hmm.
His love interest, I want to say, she kind of had like a Asian Asian background to her.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can believe that.
Yeah. Versus when you saw shows like Cousin Skeeter or My Brother and Me, like Truism said, they were chasing the light skinned Daggle.
Yep.
I remember My Brother and Me, the big brother, I forget his name. Now it escapes me. But he was chasing a Daggle, but his best friend Goo was in love with his sister. So as a kid growing up, you're gonna be automatically thinking Daggle, right?
Mm-hmm. Especially on Family Matters. On Family Matters, when they had in Myra, she's still a light-skinned Daggle, but she was smart. But I ain't gonna lie, back then. Yeah, man, I don't know. No, she couldn't beat Six from Blossom.
Oh yeah, in the Parkers, right? The
Parkers.
Right?
No. Yeah. Six from Blossom when back in the day when she grew up, when she was younger and when she grew up.
Oh yeah.
That broad was and no. Back when I was a teenager, Six was it. Six was it. If I had any kind of way, at the 13-year-old me had any chance at all of getting with that woman, I would be married to her to this day. Mm-hmm. We would have had our 20th child, and we would have probably had a gang of grandchildren. But nigga, I'd be cheesing.
You'd have been Sweet Daddy Sicky, man. You would have been Sweet Daddy Sicky, man. Mine is a blonde hair, man.
I'd have been all the way in that because I don't know what it was about her, but she was nice.
That's what you see on TV because like the conversation with Obsidian today, it was very media centric. These guys knew all about the media and all of that. So when you see Moesha, when you see Family Matters, when you see the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and the stuff that these guys are doing to chase their love interest versus Saved by the Bell, where Lisa saw Zach date Kelly and still got with Zach. You know, Josie and the Pussycats. Josie and the Pussycats. The Daggle over there was chasing the rest of the wants of the rest of the Pussycats. You know,
gotta get out of there, bro. You can't be saying that because you ended in coon territory. You can't be doing that, man.
Hey, man. Hey, you know, I'm a raccoon for life, man. I dig through the garbage, man. You know, and the crazy thing about it is, like, I remember that Will Smith episode with what's her name, Tisha Thompson.
Yeah.
And the nails came off, the bra came off, the hair came off.
Yeah.
And Will still was trying to find a way to like her.
Nope.
And that reminded me of the situation with Jada Pinkett.
Yep.
Because he saw everything. He was into her, and then when she took it off, he woke up real quick, but by the end, he was still liking her. And it's crazy to see that.
See, he's come back to the dark side. Nah, man, I can't do it. I can't. I got too much. I got eyes in my head and a functioning cerebellum. I can't go back into the Daggleverse, brother. Now that I've seen the light.
Well, okay, Darflo. Let's say this about Myra. Would you say that she had an unhealthy obsession with Urkel? That he couldn't even be flirtatious with another woman? Because you saw how he acted when he was around other women.
Yeah.
It was damn near psycho.
While Laura was dating Douglas. I forgot she had died early. Yeah, gone. That's a shame.
Yeah, she did. I think the last thing she was in was Drew Hill video with the chubby guy. I forgot his name.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Michelle Thomas.
Yeah.
Beautiful girl. Beautiful girl,
very,
but
very beautiful.
I can't do it. Here's the thing about it.
Yes, sir.
I don't have the patience now. See, there was a time when I was in the Daggleverse and I had considered it, but because of literally my existence being anathema in that particular environment, it is now to a point now that I personally cannot exist in that environment without it being violent. I can't do that. There's no way I can change my core being just to be with some broad that happens to have some kind of phenotypical match to like my mom or someone else. I can't do that. It's not possible for me to do it. Not now at this point in my life. I don't have the tolerance for the bull crap. I have no tolerance for the disrespect. I have no tolerance for the gaslighting. I just don't have it in me anymore. When I was younger, maybe, but not now. I'm too old for it.
Let me ask you guys this, man. Throughout the 90s, the characters were always chasing the Daggle. Jamie Foxx chased Fancy.
Yeah.
And it was similar to how Screech chased Lisa. Now look at the social structure of Screech. He's basically considered a geek or a nerd, social outcast. But he wasn't turned down as bad as Jamie Foxx was with Fancy. And Jamie Foxx in character was a pretty, cool guy, He wasn't a social reject. He was pretty much a cool guy. How come that he's on equal standing with Screech? And I mean no disrespect on Screech's name.
Oh, damn. Is that because, let's just be honest, for all that Jamie Foxx had, for all that Urkel and Urkel had going on for him, they weren't the white man. Sorry. Like I keep saying, in the eyes of the Daggle, the black man is the unwanted consolation prize. Always and forever. Ever. Forever.
And again, it goes back to that genetics talk and everything. Until men understand that, yes, women are going to treat genetics differently than compared to anything else. Until they come to terms with that, they're going to be stuck on this race loyalty stuff. Yep. And I've seen it too many times with every single race of women. They treat their own men with high standards, almost impossible, hoops to go through. But yet, when it comes to other races of men, especially ones that they want or like, the bar is very low.
That's very true, man. Very true.
And to me, as a guy, it's just like, okay, well, go deal with a woman who, to me, just simple. Go deal with a woman who wants you.
Yeah.
I mean, why are we trying to make this into a rocket science of, okay, how do we get these women back? How do we have the conversation? Dude, I'm like, hey, Truism, I don't have time for these basic conversations. You
Yeah.
either want me or you don't. If you don't,
Mhm.
that's fine. I'll just move on to the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And that's very key, man. What he's saying right now is very key for a lot of young men who might catch this later on. Man, please listen to Sigma Jones, A Truism, Mad Buzz Drive X too, man. He's a good
How
fellow,
about
man. He's a
it?
good fellow, man. I
Yeah.
really like his stuff. And
MBD.
Baba Tunde as well. I like Baba Tunde stuff. I really like Baba
Yeah.
Tunde stuff.
See,
You
with
know?
I don't get into the whole politics thing. I mean, to me, that's for the guys who know that subject better than I do.
Yeah.
But when mad bus drivers say who you date is politics, that's an understatement.
Yes.
Like literally, you're going to be judged not only by the people you associate with, but who's also your partner, who's also carrying your last name, if she even carries your last name at that.
Oh, you know how niggas
Well,
do it. Yeah.
Jada does not carry Will Smith's last name fully. He got the hyphen.
See, when
Look,
Got the
any
hyphen.
broad who decides she still want to hold on to her last name for whatever idiotic reason, you already know. See, this is the kind of questions you need to have ahead of time before you get ready to marry a broad. So, are you going to take my last name? So, I can have a hyphenated version. Thank you very much. Next, please. That's basically what you
yeah,
need to say at that particular point.
if a woman is talking about she still wants to keep her maiden name even after marrying you, I'm telling you, you in for trouble. Just go ahead and drop it. I don't care if she's the most beautified woman on the planet. If she does not want your last name, move on.
That's very true, man. That's very true. And another example of that is the holy trinity of the Daggle verse, Jay-Z and Beyonce. Another one, the last name Knowles Carter, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
family members putting hands on Marcy's finest, man.
And that's the crazy thing about it. Just think of the amount of disrespect that a broad has to feel for you to do something like that. And I don't see why he didn't just haul off and just slap her ass. That's what I would have done. She'd have done it. I'd have moved that lady to the side. I'd have sidestepped it, pat, and came right around with the left. Because I want to get with the right. Because hit with the right, I'm gonna knock her out. I want to hit it with the left and just slap the fire, the earth, the wind, and the fire right on out of her mouth. And keep doing it until she calms the hell down.
Yeah. And that's the crazy part, man. Like, if you're
that's
talking about
that's the shit right there that I can't deal with. See, that right there, that will bring out a different side of me that I don't want to freaking engage in.
Yeah. And if you look at a lot of these, Chris Brown, Rihanna, you look at Ike and Tina.
Yeah.
A lot of them were that was the standard. That was the standard. So you saw Ike and Tina going at it. Ike gets the brunt of it. This woman who was, she has drugs issues. She has everything going on. She was a home wrecker. And she's still being praised. That's the crazy part I always thought about with that whole Ike story. And then Rihanna, she became a billionaire while Chris Brown is still going through what he's going through. Even though he's very popular, Rihanna came out unscathed.
Because she can thirst trap, because she got the P sleeve, and niggas is still trying to, I smash, nigga, I smash all day long, dog. I smash.
And see, this is another reason why you brought this up, Kamasi, how a lot of these dudes in the manosphere want to compare their life to celebrities and even online folks. And I'm telling you right now, if you do not put the phone down, turn off the computer, turn off the TV, go outside and live your life, then at this point you can't be helped.
Nope.
You just simply can't. If you feel that what goes on with these celebrities is somehow going to happen to you as well, I mean, unless you really go out there and find the second incarnation of Jada Pinkett, I think it's safe to say you can easily avoid dealing with those type of women. But sad thing is, a lot of these dudes, I'm just gonna come out and say it. A lot of these guys have poor people skills. They have poor social skills. They don't even know how to interact with people outside of their culture, so-called culture, outside of their social circles, outside of their states, cities, you name it.
Yeah.
They don't know how to interact with other folks. So when I hear these guys talk about their issues and everything, and you dig a little deeper and you find out that they've been living in the same area for who knows how long and only deal with the same type of women and everything, that's a telltale sign. Look, man, you need to start interact with other folks. Otherwise, you just going to have to deal with what you can get.
That's very true, man. That's very true. And I've had plenty of friends that are still living in that same area that is getting worse and worse. They complain about the police and how they're being treated, but you can move somewhere else. You just have to change your attitude when you move there. You can't bring that same attitude. And that's a fact what H-Wisdom just said. That is a fact. Keep going further on that one, brother.
Niggas can't do that. Because the thing about it is because mama been indoctrinated their asses so much and has just it's just like it's almost like a form of history. And I'm glad you brought up Babatunde. It's almost as if like a spell has been woven over the minds of those children, where they cannot even contemplate, they can't even process the thought of the concept of the idea of any other woman other than that. They have no other environment other than Blackistan. They can't. They're so ensconced in this freaking dysfunction that they call a community that they can't even function correctly anywhere else.
H-Rism.
Yeah, man.
You and Soul Collector, we're gonna have to do one of these Daggleverse Black Magic and Curse Streams.
Okay.
Because I have a story.
Okay.
Where some Big Mama Daggle accidentally, well, they claim it was an accident, but I beg to differ. But based on their words, she accidentally killed one of her kids by driving them over and pretty much has placed a curse on her family. And the guy who's telling this story, to show you how bad this guy is living his life.
Yeah.
This dude is constantly having to live in fear of cars and bathrooms because people in his family were dying off one by one. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, if you don't get yourself from away from these people and get yourself involved with some civilized people,
yes,
you won't have long to live.
And you know what movie describes what you're saying perfectly? Losing Isaiah. I saw that for school.
What was that about, by the way?
Halle Berry I think she was on drugs. I don't know if it was crack, but she was on drugs. She lost a child. I think got adopted by a white mother.
Yeah.
And you saw the change in his behavior. And then the mother tried to get back into his life. It was all crazy, but it was a really good movie, Losing Isaiah. Even The Blind Side was like that. My bad.
Oh no, I was going to say I have a good college friend of mine, pretty much the exact same situation as Blindside, and even what's that basketball player? Devin Booker? Not Devin Booker.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler. My college buddy. His crackhead of a mother gave him up when he was just 6 years old.
Yeah.
And a white family just happened to be at a foster care home saw him and decided to adopt him.
Mhm.
This man is now living in California, owns 2 properties,
There you go.
married to a white woman,
There you go.
and I want to say they're expecting their 2nd child right
Okay.
now.
Congratulations.
I know they just had their verse. Yeah. And me and him in college, we just hit it off right off the bat. Like, if you saw him, you never would have thought this dude came from the hood. Like,
Mhm.
his newfound family have definitely raised him well. But the sad part about it is his biological mother is now trying to be more active in his life, and he's doing the right thing. He's keeping some distance from her.
Yeah.
But it's just
Mhm.
like, wow, you know,
Very
you
true.
see your son grow up without you. He's living a better life, living a happier life, and now you want to come in and
Torpedo the whole thing.
right.
Mhm. I did
Selfish
want to.
bitch.
I did a show on what I call the Chop Shop, aka the Planned Parenthood, and the states that were leading it, Maryland, where I'm at. You know, Maryland's a high Daggle capital. You know, one of the
Yep.
meccas of Daggledom is in Maryland.
Yeah.
It led over New York. Now, New York State and New York City are 2 different things. New York City is Dagglified. New York State is spot Dagglified.
Okay.
Various
Yeah.
spots. But it was surprising when I saw Maryland, because I was like, Maryland is smaller than New York, yet it is above when it comes to Chop Shop the statistics. Florida, California, these places, these chicks are going to the Chop Shop, you know, after a night of the bang bang, and you know, they're chopping them away, man. You know, sometimes they got 2-for-1 specials on the Chop Shop.
What?
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. I
You
think
know?
I think a recent newspaper article said that last year in New York City, for the first time in the history, more black babies were killed than born as far as abortion.
Yes,
And I was
sir.
like, hey, I'm not surprised. And most people tell me, it's like, look, if you want to, as you pointed out, Kamasi, if you want to get a good experience of New York, go to places that's not New York City. So like Albany, Buffalo, those cities like that's in the northern part of New York.
Yeah.
They said more people get better experience from those cities than New York City.
And I'll
I
say
can believe
this. I'll say this. Even I'll say, even though you said Buffalo, Buffalo is a high Daggle place. Albany, you want to stay away from those kind of cities. You want to go to like Oneonta. You want to go to Plattsburgh. You want to go to these obscure places. Even Vermont. I had a good friend, even though he's a little bit lefty. He went to Vermont. He loves it out there. But once he came back to New York City, he had to get back with the African side daggles, man, and maggles.
Well, here's the thing. He said he had to, but the key word is he wanted to.
Correct.
Yeah, he wanted
Yeah.
to, man.
Because I tell you right now, I have been to other places. I haven't been to New York City, but I've been to places where it's not a lot of black folks, let alone daggles. And I'm talking places like San Diego, Honolulu, San Francisco, Seattle, Vancouver, Denver, those areas. If you still find trouble in those cities in regards to black trouble, it's because you was looking for it.
That is
How
a
about it?
fact. That is a fact. And that's the wild part, man. There's so much to explore here in the United States and abroad, man. Abroad is a beautiful thing. Europe, I love Europe. You know, a lot of guys like South America. I like South America, but I'm a big fan of Europe, man. Not only the women, but the culture that you see there. You know, when you go to the UK and you see the cars, the steering wheel's on the right side, that will throw somebody off. But just the experience of you driving on your passenger side is a whole new experience. Trying out what you thought was whiting and fries, but they call it fish and chips over there. That is a whole new experience. So I encourage any young man or older man, you know, no matter what race, if you haven't traveled, please get a chance to travel. You will enjoy it. You'll
Yeah.
find out so much. You know, when you go to Colombia and you get off the plane, you go to the beach, they're literally trying to rub your feet, even though they want money. They're trying to massage your feet. How much can you go to, like, let's say Sturgis or where the bike festival is at,
Oh
and you
yeah.
go into that beach and you get your feet rubbed, even though you're paying, they
Mm.
will look at you with disdain.
Yeah.
This niggas just don't learn. I'm gonna get off real quick
Oh
because
yeah,
I gotta get ready for dinner
yeah,
and
man.
get this thing
And
going.
I'm gonna end this soon, man. I appreciate A Truism coming on. Catch up his show tonight. Is it at 6 o'clock?
6:30, yeah, because I gotta
6:30,
get
six
in on that.
thirty Eastern Standard Time. Whatever adjusted if you're in Central or Pacific. Make sure you check out A Truism tonight. If
Thank you,
you
bro.
catch a replay,
Mm.
yes, sir, anytime. And Sigma Jones, man, woo, the villain series. I'm gonna check it out, man. But I
Me
wanted
too.
to do a special with you on TV show characters and see who was the villain and who was the good guy. Because I'm
Yeah.
yes, sir, my bad.
Oh no, I was going to say, yeah, we got that going on later this month. It's actually something some of the guys behind the scene been wanting to do, like talk about the villains, how we relate to them, and do we believe in their philosophy or not in today's
Mhm.
time? And so it's like, yeah, let's go ahead and get that rolling. So shout out to SKC for coming up with that concept of villain of the month. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for character analysis, TV shows analysis, and whatnot, because I think when they say art imitates life and all, there definitely some correlations to that.
That's very true, man. That's very true, man. And there's a lot of characters over time that we kind of look differently back then that we'll probably look at a whole different now. And one of my
Mm.
favorite characters, I ain't gonna lie, is the great Archie Bunker. Was Archie Bunker correct in some of the things he said? It is not always, I mean, a lot of stuff you heard from Archie Bunker was racial, but a lot of it was cultural wise too, especially with the Skittles gang. He
That's
was
true.
right about what he said. And was he a good guy or was he a villain? I would love to do a show with you on that one. And also, was the movie um were the villains really in the movie Wayne XL, the ones who were praised, were they villains? Were they heels in
Mm.
my wrestling world? Were they heels? And were the brother who got his clothes burned with the little snow bunny or Caucasian woman, was he the good guy? We'll get into that one, man. But like I said, thank you to Sigma Jones. And please give a hello to the Soul Taker and Darth Sigma, man. Give them a hello, man. I am a creature of the not the night. I am a creature of the day. With
Mm.
not a shout out to Fresh and Fit. I have creature of the day, man, and I will always support those two gentlemen along with yourself. And I'm always glad that you coming on, man. And let me give a shout out to everybody that came on, man. My man Jim came on, Free Zone Lou came on, Samantha P. Man, a lot of people came on today. It showed me love, man. My next one will be about the kid shows in the 80s and the 90s. We're gonna have a competitive conversation. Who had the best childhood in terms of viewing? Was it the 80s? Was it the 70s? Was it the 90s? Was it the double O's of the 2000s? And I know we probably too old for the 2010s, but if you want to throw it in there, feel free, man. And send me some content, man. If you're in the gulag, send me some content. If not, catch me on Discord. I'll probably put the Discord link. I'll make my own Discord. And if you want to join that, feel free, man. I'll put in the link, man. But everybody, man, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, this is always a blessing, man. And I appreciate it, man. And you guys, man, take it easy. And Cash A Tourism 6 o'clock, and TPOT will be on tonight with the Rays game. It's going to be very, very interesting. So everyone have a good day and blessings, man. See ya.